It covers this, it looks at the systematic dismantling of local participatory mechanisms and how difficult it is to engage in the bureaucratic system that is there to supposedly, it's a kind of a fake system to supposedly invite local communities and people from communities to engage. But again, anybody who's ever had any practical experience of trying to engage, for example, in local planning, you will realise that it is an absolute bureaucratic nightmare. Not only do you have to be able to understand the language, you have to pay to engage. You have to pay 20 quid or sometimes 50 quid to have your say, as they say, in local planning situations. So whenever I read the article, Moray, that's what struck me, our experience as a group and local people living around me who tried to engage with local authorities, and you realise that actually quite often it's only the compliant person or representative who gets that real say and has control over what happens in the local representative, who gets that real say and has control over what happens in the local representative, who gets that real say and has control over what happens in the local. We have to build that and not rely on, or sometimes not even engage in, resist the system, this fake system of participation, and take back our own local communities, our own areas, and fight for the issues that affect the working class people and the most excluded, the most invisible. And then the third, or supposed to be the third speaker, you're going to be the second speaker now, Kieran, after I shut up. You are an independent councillor, but I would say even more importantly, you're a well-known activist on the streets. You're never off the streets. You support many different organisations, movements, so you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. So you've been activist for over 20 years and a local councillor for more than 10, I think. You're very welcome here today and to talk about your experience and on the topic of NGOs, neoliberalism and the collapse of community, and then I suppose with to create a sense of hope that we are not powerless. Let's think about how we reclaim our communities. So without further, one last thing, I've been asked to announce the next event is coming up on the 24th of February, and that's actually a Monday at 6:30 p.m. So you're all invited to come back on the 24th of February to hear a Cuban doctor who's going to be visiting Dublin, who's also a member of Parliament, and they're visiting here for Connolly Books again for a special Q&A talk. So everyone's invited to that. Put it in the diary, February the 24th at 6:30 p.m.